G'day guys, how you doing? Now today I'm going to be doing the Q&A that I promised I would do quite a few days ago. I got a little bit sidetracked, not really sidetracked, but I've been sick and I've had other things I've been doing, and I haven't had the most energy as of late because being sick, it drains practically everything out of you. So recording, editing, doing anything for a video, it's a little bit tricky. So for today's Q&A, I asked you guys on Twitter to ask questions that was photography and film based. So I'm going to do my best job to answer the questions that you guys sent me over the past few days. Okay, so the first question is from Nikki, and she asks, when you're in a we're off to a great start now. Can't even speak. Okay, so she asks, when you're in a photography frame of mind, what setting or object catches your eye the most? So yeah, there's not really any particular object that catches my interest. Obviously I have my favorite things that I photograph, like sunsets, sunrises, just beaches, nature, stuff like that. But yeah, whenever I'm going out, there's nothing really that I'm looking for. It's just if I see something that looks interesting, I'll photograph it. But yeah, when I go on Instagram missions, or if I'm just like going around town with my camera, there's not one particular thing that I look for, a particular thing that I just want to photograph. It's kind of just, if it's there and it's interesting, that's what I'm going to photograph. Next question is, if there was one image you could capture from anywhere in the universe, what would it be? What would it mean to you and why? Something that I've always been interested in is, going up into space, and getting a photograph of the Earth I think would be something pretty cool, because not everybody gets the chance to look at the Earth from outside. I don't know, just for me, it's just something cool and something that not all photographers would be able to get the chance to capture, because obviously, we can photograph the moon, but we can't photograph the planet that we all live on. Yeah, I don't know, it's just something that it's always interested me, like going up into space and doing that kind of adventuring and exploring. And maybe even, just if one day it was possible to go around the solar system, to be able to get proper photographs of each planet, not just, from Earth through telescope, but getting right up close, like in the planet's orbit, and being able to get a full focus picture. And I know that not everybody will be able to get the chance, and having that opportunity one day, that would be pretty cool. That's just me personally. If you could travel to any place or country and you could only choose between filming or photographing the trip, what would you choose? For me, I know this is going to be a bit of a surprise, because obviously I love doing film and YouTube, but I would prefer photographs because, I don't know, there's something about being able to capture a specific moment in time. There's a certain feel for me that goes with photography. I don't know, I can't describe it. It's just kind of like a personal experience and a personal feel. But whenever I see an image, it impacts me more than a piece of film, because there's something about how crystal clear and where the shot is focused on, what's the focal point of that image, and what it really tells. Like, I feel like a photograph can tell more of a story than film, and it can represent a memory better. For me, that's just personal. So yeah, if I could choose between film and photography, surprisingly, I would choose photographs. What is your favorite thing to film? Of all time, my favorite thing to film is sunsets. I love getting time lapses of sunsets. It's something that's peaceful, and it kind of chills me out and relaxes me. Sunsets are really my happy place, and I love, going on sunset missions, and just doing anything to do with sunsets, whether it's film or photography. For me, yeah, it's always sunsets. That's my favorite thing to film. And also, second part of the question is, what are your favorite videos that you've filmed so far? Easily my entire India series. I'll link it up here or there, wherever the card is. Yeah, my India series, that is easily one of the greatest experiences of my life, but also one of the films, the kind of collection of films that I've enjoyed the most. Do you have a favorite photo that you've taken? If so, what makes it so special to you? I have two favorite photos that I always use. One of them is one from the Gold Coast. It was on a sunset. I'll put it here. Some of you might have noticed, I know one of my friends has, but I use it basically everything on my channel. It's my banner photo, it's my outro card, I use it on my Tumblr. This is my Tumblr profile picture. It's just something that, I don't know, whenever I look at it, I get really relaxed, and I get put back in that day when me and my cousins, we went to the Gold Coast. We went, had a really nice time at the beach. I just sat, watched the sunset, watched all the colors that were in the sky. It was just something really peaceful and relaxing, and it was a really enjoyable trip and a much more enjoyable day. That was probably one of the most memorable days that I got of the trip. And the second photo is from my India trip. It's when me and Izzy got up really early in the morning when we were staying at a palace, and we got up for the sunrise, and this is the photo that I took. It's kind of, I don't know, for me, it's one of the photos that I'm most proud of. I personally find it like an amazing photo. I know I'm gonna talk myself up about it, but it's true. Like, it's a photo that I was really proud of taking, and I kind of thought, wow, this is something that, you know, I'm actually good at and I can pursue. And this photo, for me personally, that captured all my thoughts, and from that moment on, I was kind of, I don't know, it boosted my confidence. It also, you know, like the other photo, it always sends me back to that trip and that really peaceful morning, and you know, how happy I was to be on that trip and how excited. So I can't choose between those two, but these two photos are my favorites. In your opinion, what are the must-haves or tips for a beginner in photography? A tip that I could give is just, you know, go out and capture something. Like, if it sparks your interest, go and do it. If you've got one particular thing that you like, start off with that. The only way that you will improve and you'll build your skills if you just keep going out and doing it over and over. You can repeat the same thing, but you know, over time you do get better. It's like any other skill. You just got to keep doing it over and over, and repetition is the only thing that will improve a skill. When I first started, I would always just wait. I would wait for just going on one family trip once in the year, and that would be the only time that I would do photography. But now I'll go out in the middle of the week and, you know, just photograph something random, but you know, it's building my skills because I'm just doing it. I'm getting that repetition, wrapping my head around everything that I need to know with all the skills that are required in photography. What is the best time to take pictures? For me, there's really no time. It's just whatever is there at the time. That is the most important thing about the picture. It doesn't matter what time it is, whether, you know, morning, night, afternoon. That shouldn't be what decides if you're going to take a picture or not. It should just be the subject matter in front of you, wherever you are. That's the most important thing. How do you edit your videos? I would love to see a tutorial on the process of you making your videos. It's pretty basic. It's just Final Cut Pro. That's what I use at the moment. It's just, you know, drag the clips, cut everything that you want, take out all the dead air and the pauses and the ums and buts and ahs, put the music in, put any text and pictures, any overlays, any effects, any transitions. But that's it. If you guys are interested, comment down below if you guys actually want me to do this. If you want me to put up a tutorial video, or, you know, in a vlog, just kind of go through a mini process of how I make my videos. But yeah, it's pretty basic. It's not, you know, it's not the hardest thing in the world, but it's not, you know, one of the easiest things. But over time I've got used to it and I've kind of found my rhythm with it. It's nothing too extensive and, you know, mind-boggling and, you know, amazing that you guys will be like, oh my god, he's a pro. But if you guys are interested and you guys want me to show you, then I'd be happy to. Have you ever used an analog reflex? What do you think to use a film and develop it? I've never used a film, like proper film photography that you have to, you know, develop yourself and manually expose and everything. I've always been interested in, you know, the old style photography. Digital is something that kind of annoys me sometimes, that it's all on technology and that's what you have to rely on. That, you know, if one day something happened where technology was obsolete and it got all destroyed, all the footage and all the photography that I've done so far, it'd be wiped clean. That's something that I like about film photography, is that it's there, it's a hard copy, you can take it wherever you want and it'll survive if all technology goes to bust. It'd be something that I'd look into in the future, maybe doing a course or, you know, doing a class on how to actually develop your own film. But no, I've never worked with any analog cameras. Do you use Lightroom to edit your photos? No, I do not. I use either iPhoto just because it does the basics, because I don't like to over edit photos. I want to keep them as natural as I can. If the only thing I'll be doing is kind of enhancing and then just boosting colors if it needs it. But for me, I like to keep things as natural and as close to the original photo as I can. And you know, when I post it on Instagram, it's just a little filter, like I do 10% of the filter and then, like I said, enhance, boost, but I like to keep things as original, so I don't overly edit things, so I don't need a fancy, you know, editing software. What is your favorite subject to photograph? I think I've said this before, but my favorite thing to photograph is sunrises and sunsets, because it just chills me out, it relaxes me, it puts me in a place where it kind of puts me in a peace of mind, and I can really relax and let the weight off my shoulders and kind of de-stress. I don't know why, it's just the effect that atmosphere and that environment has on me. So yeah, that is all the questions that you guys have asked me today. I hope it was somewhat interesting and that you guys learned something. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video as well. I will see you guys again tomorrow. It's probably going to be a vlog. I think me and Izzy are going on a sunset mission, so that'll be a lot of fun. And I'll show you guys some of the photography that I actually get from that. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you hopefully tomorrow.
Try to stay sober.